All right, there it is. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, my adults, to the adult class. Today's the 27th of January, and we are in for a loop. I'm going to start today off with an update. Um, I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for that. So let me make sure the line is quiet. This is being recorded. So again, when you come in, please mute. All right, so let's go down the list of things that are happening currently with a promise delivered. Yes, I'm going to do an update today and one also Monday. Please mute. All right. So spoke to the programmer. Everything is complete except for the products that go into step 1 through 12. We already know product for number 4. We have 7, 8, 9, 1 through 3. Is this going to be kind of, little stuff? There's no real big um, thing on that. 11, I'm creating personally. That will be the health call recorded availabilities. They are digital downloads or digital watch. You just watch it for that, whatever that is. 12, I haven't decided yet. There's 3 products that I have that are going to be put in that arena, but again, I have to vet them. The one product, they can't maintain or give me a good answer on, can they supply the demand that I know that we're going to have. Okay. It is a physical product and they do make it personally. They don't have manufacturers, but before I even go into what it is and who it is, I'll just keep that on wraps for now. Now, second part to that whole process is I have to get professionals to do the coding and development for each step. The cost is $412, which I have from my check, so it's already taken care of. I just need to get them the information so that they can mesh it together on the website. Now, everybody say yay, because they were able to work out having both. Okay, so both processors are actually on the system and they work. The only difference is that the cache side will only go from 1 to 3, 1 to 4. 5 to 12 is digital. Now, I do have the videos. They're complete and they're actually being put onto the web page itself. The website is created. The process and everything that needed to be worked out was worked out. So I'm extremely happy. The only thing I didn't like is I had to put, so much right away because they needed to get it done and I need it done. So I just sacrificed the paycheck for this week and sent it over there. But let me just say this. Get ready, because when we move to hit the switch, I need you to be proficient on 3 things. I need you to be proficient on source. What is source? I need you to pick a card or a wallet that has a card. There's 4 of them right now. Not not these guys. I wanted WireX, but they chose not to participate with U.S. citizens. It's an international thing, so they didn't want to do it. So pick one of the other ones. Now, I had planned on having a list, but I didn't have that put together. I'll have it set up for launch. I'll have it set up for launch. Pick one of the 4. Get the card or the wallet. Activate it. Do your banking to it. Whatever you need to do to move funds. I'll say that again. The list is 4 that have a wallet and a card that you can go to the store and spend crypto. Please listen to me. Pick one of the 4 that you can go to the store and purchase with crypto. That means you have to get that wallet bank verified. That means you have to get your cameras. You know how they do. They want you to take a picture of the license and all that foolishness. Whatever you got to do, even if you have to take it to Kinko's or somewhere, one of the little kids, whatever you have to do, I need that wallet bank verified. Period. No questions, no exception. Pick one of the 4. You don't have to get all 4 of them. Pick one of them and get it fully vetted, ready to go. You decide which one of the 4 that I found that have a debit card attached. You know, Coinbase is one of them. They're just expensive. It's not like they don't have it. They're just expensive. But don't let that be a reason you don't use them. Just pay the fees. Okay? The whole objective was to help you find one that wasn't all jacked up and you're spending all this money just to move $10. So there was some work that needed to be done. I sent out all of them twice to everybody. I think I did a request on one of the calls a couple of weeks ago. How many people have a card that's set up? I think I got a reply of 22 people replied that says they have a card. They have a wallet. That's not going to work. Now, I've been getting questions up one side, down the other. When are we going to launch? When are we going to launch? What's happening? What are you doing? When are we going to launch? And you're not ready to even receive it. Get your wallet activated. Number 2, the whole thing with the documents. Now, still trying to work that out. We already have someone that's going to assist us. We know what the fee is. It's $25, same as it was. There'll be 2 documents that have to be notarized. She's willing to help us with just charging the 25 for the 2. That's a blessing and a half. The only thing is, I don't have the resources to do it for you. Not like I had planned on. I was looking for something to happen last week. It did not happen. Of course, I'm talking about the currency. They're still playing games. So I know for a fact I'm extremely close to launching. So I need everybody ready. What I don't want to see or hear is when I launch, I can't get it out. What card do I need to get? Can you help me? Can't take that right now. Mortgage company. So I do not want to hear questions like that when I hit the switch. I want you to be able to move through the system. It was a hell of a fight to get this thing to the point where we can move. And like I said, when I hit that switch, I will not have time to get on a call and figure out what you should already know by now. I have to be taught how to run the back office. They're still working on it. How do you think it's going to be for me? I have to learn all of that now so I can manage it. That's going to be a full-time job for me. I do not need extra. We've had several months for you guys to get that in place. So if you do not have a wallet with a debit card attached, I'm going to send out 4 of them. 4 companies, Coinbase. There's a couple of them. I don't have all 4 in front of me. Pick one. Get it bank verified. That can be a little tricky sometimes. That might take 2 to 3 days, 4 days. All right. So the update that I have went extremely well. It's a lot of technical stuff now, and we can launch. No, I am not giving a date. Do not ask. Mm-mm. It won't get me again. Just know that we're right there at it. There's only 2 things left to do. Okay, the videos are done. The back offices, there's 3 of them, are done. The sequence with the payment processors is completed. It works. It does what it's supposed to do. Trust me, I'm trying to contain from doing cartwheels through here, but not yet. And I don't feel like breaking a toe. But just know that I need everyone bank verified on your wallet. Now, as far as the cold storage is concerned, I can't force you to get that because that's an extreme expense. Even at $80, that's still a lot of money if you don't have it. But what I will say is this: the back office can hold it. Now, for how long, that's up to the payment processors that we've chosen to work with and how much they're going to allow to sit there. Trust me, it's not a lot. So, my suggestion to all of you is, out of the list of cold storages that I sent to everyone, you should have a copy of it. Pick one. Pick one and get it. You should have an email with instructions on how to set it up. Okay, pick the easiest one out of that bunch. Like I said, 79 I think is the cheapest so far. The rest of them are 150. You know, the Save 3 was 150. The other one that I have is 150. So, you know, they're expensive, and I still have to get my um, ledger. But I got those two because they're Bluetooth. They're easy to use. Yes, I had to sacrifice, but I got them, and they're set up. They're ready to go. I need you to do that as soon as possible. Now, if, like I said, you don't have it, and I get it, when we start rolling from step 1 to 3, there's $79 in there. Get the thing, because it's going to take, depending on which one you get, 7 to 14 business days before you even get it. Then you got to set it up. Hopefully, you're watching the video over and over a couple of times to the one that you picked. So if you pick the, you know, Trezor one, watch that video of the person that's showing you how to set it up a couple of times. Don't just watch it once when you get it and try to figure out how to do it. Know how to do it before you get it. The reason why I'm telling you these things is once I launch, I have to run the back office until I can pay someone to do it. So I won't have a lot of free time. More than likely, I will no longer be working, but still, it's going to eat up a lot of time, even with just the first 50 people. I'll have plenty of practice, but don't make it difficult on purpose or unknowingly. Make sure you have a good email address that doesn't get 100 emails a day. You don't want to miss anything that's coming from a promise delivered. You don't want to miss anything that's coming from Team Royal. I'll say that again, just in case you wasn't listening. You don't want to miss anything coming from a promise delivered, and you sure don't want to miss anything coming from Team Royal, because that's going to be your sign up link. You want to miss that? You have 24 hours. That's it. And you lose that spot. Because I looked at what it's going to take to get someone activated and into the system and then actually make it to step 4. There's a lot of time in there. 3, maybe 4 days, I think. We'll find out. I don't know yet because I haven't loaded anyone. Once I know, then I'll know. But once you get the link from Team Royal, the second I send it, it's on a timer. Now, if you happen to be getting ready to get on the airport or go to the airport or whatever, if you're getting ready to travel, send me a message. Only if you're going to travel and you're going to be you're still going to land within 24 hours. Most of you can use a cell phone and go to an email and click sign up. Even if you're on a plane for whatever many, unless you're going across, you know, to another country, 16 hours tops, you got to land. If you know you're traveling and you're in that first 50, you need to check as soon as you land. You have 24 hours. After 24 hours, that invite will be deleted. I have to do it that way. It keeps everything on track. And I'll know if you're paying attention or not. You don't want to miss that spot. You'll get it, it'll just be lower. You want to sign up the second you see that link. Sign up, get in, get established. It's going to pay for everything. So you don't have to worry about, do I need to get the outside membership and all? It's a full boat. That's like getting a college degree. You know what I mean? A full boat. You're coming in fully paid. All you have to do is take the position. That is not hard. You have 24 hours. That's it. The second time, same thing around. On the second entry, you have 24 hours. Once you got the two, that's it. You don't have to do anything else with that. Just enjoy that blessing from Team Royal. Tell more people. Send them to the spreadsheet. Everything goes to the spreadsheet until I launch. Once I launch, then it goes to the website, and the website will put them in its own spreadsheet. So it's going to change. It's going to be called the holding tank. So if you have friends or whatever, family, and they want to check it out after they've watched the video and understand what it is, and they say, yes, I'd like to participate, they'll fill out the form. They'll go directly to the waiting list or the holding tank, and they go directly to the blast list. There's two forms on that website. One is for the holding tank. The second one is to get on the blast list. So whenever we won't have to go through spreadsheets, what's my email address, which one did I put in there? You're going to sign up directly into the blast list. If you put that information incorrect, you will not be notified. And I'm not going to fix it. See, I've been too nice. I've been over backwards for people daily. And it's not appreciated by some. So I'm leaving it up to you. I have said this several times. Take your time. Fill out these forms properly the first time, because I will not have time to check. Okay? So that's the update that I have for Promise Delivered. If you missed it, don't worry, it's on YouTube. It's all good. Had to spend some money, but we're in the spot we need to be in. We're in the final steps. Once those products are established on the website as they are supposed to be, there'll be some spots that will either have a product or not. I'm not going to wait to have 12 products to launch. If I have everything set, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to launch as soon as he finishes the development of each step. There's 12 steps. Each step has to have a product. If it doesn't have a product, it'll say coming soon. Right now, I have all but maybe 4 products. Good grief. Hold on 1 second. Okay, my apologies. So we are in the middle of a beautiful thing. I'm extremely excited, and I'm upset at the same time. One, we should have launched months ago. One thing that I have found out over the course of 9 years, is that when you are dependent on someone else, making sure something is completed or done, and you're dependent on their time that they have to give to you. Our programmer has given as much time as he possibly could. He has a job too, and they need him fully. So I have to deal with a new addition. He's going to oversee what this guy is doing, but all he's going to do is get the steps right as far as products. And like I said, I'm not going to not launch trying to get 12 products. I can put coming soon and then update it as we go. The other disappointment is the fact that as hard as it is to learn crypto, it's the easiest thing we have to do. All of our up and coming blessings are dealing with one form of crypto or the other. Now, I will say this. We have to always be vigilant on what's going on, what pointing the wrong way, over in DC. Because really they have control over what we actually learn. Do we need to learn banking? Do we need to learn crypto? Do we need to learn being a banker? So we have to do one of these things. I have props today. You have to put on this hat for crypto. You have to put on this hat for your own bank. And you have to put on this hat for their bank. Okay? You like my props? Seriously, we have to learn to wear many hats, and you have to be proficient at it. So today's class is going to be understanding fully. And the only way I'm going to know that is to hear from you. So if you have on TVs, if you have, you're building an addition on your room, stop, because I need to hear from you guys. Just like I'm doing my students on the Kids Corner, I'm having them talk to me because I can talk to you all day long. I have no idea if you understand what we're talking about unless I hear from you. Now, I have been very forgiving on those who don't want to use their camera or don't have a camera to use. No problem. But I'm not going to be forgiving to the mouth. All you have to do is click the mic when a question is presented. And I need to know, out of 43 people that are on this call, there's 400 people going into this system. 400. And only 43 people understand what's happening. On the promise delivered call, maybe 98 people come. There's 400 on the list. There's something wrong. Either I'm not doing something right or people are not taking this serious. But you know what's going to happen? We're going to launch. And those 307 people that have not been to a call are going to go into the chat that's going to be on the website. What's a wallet? That's what we're going to hear. And guess what? Go to YouTube. All of these videos for adult crypto class and other classes that are given by other people will be connected to a promise delivered. Go study. We've had, how long have we been doing this class now? 3 months, 4 months? So turn off all the stuff around you. I'm going to go over the 3 steps. And one, by 44 people, I need to hear from you. You don't get a choice to be quiet today. Now, if you don't want me to record your voice or what have you, I need you to start voting now. Do you want it recorded or not? Because I will stop the recording. I need to hear from you. And if the recording is stopping you from talking, I'll stop the recording. I don't have a problem with that. But I need to hear from you, each and every one of you. So in the chat, for those that are here, don't unmute right now. In the chat, for those that are here, do you want to be recorded or you want the recording off? Just say off or on.
On.
Okay, that's enough ons. Thank you. So it's unanimous for the most part. There was a couple offs, but this is for your education. I'm not forcing you. If I don't know that you understand what we're talking about or doing, it's all, worthless. It means nothing. And you will be lost day one. And I won't have time to help you. This is why I'm doing this class in the first place. So you'll be prepared. 300 and some odd people will be unprepared for when I hit the button. And guess what? There's a whole lot of people on that network that know crypto. They know how to get a wallet. They already have wallets. A promise delivered is not hard to do. Trust what I'm telling you. It's not. You just have to be accurate. Your data input has to be correct. There's people that know about us but are not on our spreadsheet. But when I launch the website, it's going to be wide open. The family will have first dibs at the website. It'll be private. That's why there's an ID number. There's a method to what I'm doing. I bet a lot of you had no idea that's what the ID was. Of course not, because I didn't tell you till now. But you knew there was an ID number, correct? Shake yes for yes, for those that I can see. Remember the email with the ID? That's going to be the password to the website. That's what the ID is. And there's a number that's associated to you. I'm sending those emails so I know who's coming in and who's not. I'm Santa Claus. Ah! See my Santa Claus beard? There's a reason why I have a Santa Claus beard. So let's go. I'm going to go over it first, and then I'm just going to kick back. And one at a time, if someone's speaking, just yield. Ladies first. And I need to hear from you, period. All right, so let me just go over the process here. Source is everything monetary. Okay, some of you have Social Security, some of you have a job, some of you have raking leaves. I don't care. It's a source. It's a form of source. I'm not going to call it what most people call it because it's changing. But we have to know what it is. The source is on the left. It'll look like my right hand's going up, but this is my left hand. Source is all of the sources of income, whatever that is. Source is over here on the left. It's coming to you. Left hand source. Nose in the middle is your wallet. If I could stick it there, I would. The wallet is in the middle. Now, what is the capabilities and what do we use the wallet for? The wallet receives the source. Just like when you had this in your pocket, I don't sit on mine anymore. You had to cash a check and then it went into your wallet. Your check is your source. It goes in your wallet. Then from the wallet, you pay everybody. Bills, gas in the car, insurance, whatever. You're paying folks out of the wallet. Used to be, not anymore, you would then have something left over in the wallet. Let's say you had a really good job, longshoreman or oil rig, they make $10,000, $12,000 a paycheck. Would you walk around with $12,000 in your wallet? Of course not. Or in your purse? Because there's some people, some ladies that work out there on them oil rigs too, because I saw one. That was the best job ever. Deep sea fishing every day. Anyway, at one time you had leftover and you would take it to the bank and deposit it into your bank, right? Of course, they flip it around. They make, when you got your source, you had to go to the bank to get it and you only pulled out what you wanted. But for argument's sake, in source movement, we know source is what you're getting, the wallet is what you're carrying, the bank is where you leave it. Source, wallet, bank. In that order, as far as a promise delivered is concerned. Source, wallet, bank. See how simple that is? We're not going to complicate this. The wallet has multiple jobs to do. It has to move it in or receive it from source. It's sitting on the wallet. Now the wallet can do two things from there. It can either go shopping or deposit into your bank. Everybody say out loud, I am my own banker.
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 I am
I am my own banker.
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 Thank you. How good does that feel? I don't know about you, but I've never been able to say that until now.
Feels very good.
Now, what we have to understand is, what are the responsibilities of a banker? Number one, it's up to you what goes in there. Number two, it's up to you how well you protect it. Number three, and the main one, is that you want to fill it every day. You want to be putting something in your bank every day, every day, every day, every day. I would recommend keeping a balance on your wallet debit card of about $2,000. No more than that. Why do you need so much? Tavo. Anything could happen. You go to the store, you want to get something. Do you want to go to the bank first, pull it out, and then put it on the wallet, and then go to the store? No. We still want to be able to function without being a robot. We want to be able to go to the store, put a tire on the car, get the oil changed, do things that you normally are doing right now sparingly. With your wallet, because it has the debit card capability. Okay? You want a card or one of those wallets that has a card. I'm just holding that one because that's the one I have right now. I'm going to have more, trust me. You don't want to put everything in one wallet. Okay? And remember me saying that that wallet is going to have multiple responsibilities. It's going to take care of your day-to-day. It's going to move your sources. It belongs to you. You set the usage of it, not the bank. If you want to use it 30 times in 20 minutes, it's your business. Can't do that with a regular bank card. They have limits. How many times you can use it. Now, these debit card wallets will have spending amounts limits. Can't get around that. But that's where you come in selecting the one that you feel is good for you. Everybody don't need $1 million limit. Where are you going to buy $1 million every day? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Now, if you can open your mouth wide enough to eat an elephant in one bite, you're not from here. Goes the same with these cards. Do you need such a high limit on a debit card that you can go buy a yacht? That's a whole different card. These are small bites. Do it in small bites. They still hold quite a bit. I think Coinbase, I'm not going to quote numbers until I go research it deeply on those 4. When I get those 4, I'm going to give you limits. You should already know that because I gave you these cards to research and pick the one that you like. Now I'm going to pick 4 of them and show you what's the limits. How much can you put on it? How much can you spend daily? And then you make your decision off of that, if you haven't already. If you already got a wallet, great. If not, you need to get busy. Now, the last part is the bank. That's simple. That's easy. It's the bank. It's your bank. You own it. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to get in a car. You don't have to ask, can I have $30,000 to buy a car? You don't have to ask anyone anything. It's yours. You own it. That's why I said I've not been able to say that, but I've been saying it for the past week. I'm an actual bank owner. I own 2 banks. How powerful is that? Where's the other one? Around here somewhere. There it is. You notice I keep them close. Tangible. So I own 2 banks. 2. 3, one's upstairs. So I own 3 banks. Do I have to ask Mr. PNC, can I go get a car? Can I use it more than, I think it's 15 times or something like this stupid number? After that time has expired or the times of use for that month. They give you blocks of time in a month, how many times you can use that, or they'll shut it off. I don't have to worry about that with my bank. I own it. If I want to use it 50 times, it's mine. So what? Now I have 50 items. Tomorrow I can use it 38 more times if I so choose to. That's the freedom that you will have available to you if you follow these steps. Source, whatever's coming. You have 12, 14 jobs. You have 14 sources of income with a promise delivered in Team Roy. 12 over here, 2 over here. You have 14 jobs paying you. Has anybody figured that part out yet? Once we launch, there's 2 more platforms coming from the same program. 2 more. Both of them have 12 slots. That's 24 more jobs coming your way. 24 and 14. $38, right? Is that enough for you guys? Now, knowing this, I still have to go over one more thing. And I did it on the kids' corner. I'm going to do it here. I need you to re-understand the bank account that you have over here with these guys. Traditional bank. Did anyone go set up sub accounts on your bank account?
Matavo, this is Bernita. I have 2 sub accounts that I set up. I don't have the savings, so I'm gonna go back and add the savings to it because I didn't add savings to it.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
I only have them on my wallets, the Trust wallet and the MetaMask wallet. It's not the actual bank account. Only accept savings, that's it.
Okay. Anybody else?
I don't have my cards because I can't, I haven't set up anything.
Yes, Nantabo, I have a sub account on my bank account.
One?
Yeah, at least one. I can just do them online, so you know, they're easy to do.
Okay. Anybody else?
I could get another one, but they charge a monthly maintenance fee, so that's the only reason why I don't have only more than one.
Okay. That it?
I'm trying to ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have my cards yet. Once I get it, I'm gonna get them. I'm trying to find out which one would be the best card to get and the easier card to get, so it'll be easy for me to maneuver since I have limited sight and hearing. I just need something very simple.
Yeah.
Easy.
Right now, I'm talking about your traditional checking account at the bank.
Oh yeah, I have that. I have about 4 or 5, but my son, he want me to get rid of them, but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, Mr. Lewis, I have several
Several accounts or several subs?
subs.
Okay.
I have PNC and I have a checking, that's it, because I didn't want to put a lot of money, have different sub accounts. I'd rather have spread my money out in other places.
Okay.
Mr. Lewis, good afternoon. I have several of them as well, about 9 thus far.
Okay.
Is there a limited amount of subs that we need?
I'm going to go over that in just a second.
Okay, but in the meantime, no, I don't have it yet.
Okay.
Mr. Lewis, I think I have 3.
3.
Yeah.
Montalvo, I have
Based on
2.
my understanding from what you said.
Okay. One more time.
I'm sorry, Montalvo, I have 2 sub accounts.
2 sub accounts. Okay. Thank you.
And top of those accounts that I have is with my credit union, but I don't have one like with Chase or Wells Fargo. I just with my Security Service Federal Credit Union.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's the same thing, but I'm going to go over what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to show exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Is that it? There's 43 of y'all on here. I've heard from maybe 7.
I have 2.
Okay.
I actually have 2 banks that I use, so.
Okay.
Montalvo, I have a 30 checking account.
30.
Montalvo,
Yes,
I
sir.
have checking and savings, but I have no idea what you're talking about with sub accounts.
I know. I'm going to show it. This way it'll be easier.
I have 2, Montalvo.
2. Okay.
Montalvo, would online banking count here?
Yeah, because the online account, you can still do the same thing with it.
Okay, right. Thank you.
I'm ready to be educated, Montalvo.
All right.
And so am I. Thank you.
Yes, and I
too.
have several also.
Okay, cool.
I have 10.
And Montalvo, I do know that Rosemary does not have a bank account at all.
Yeah, some won't because of where they are. But for those who do or in a place that can, this is where this is going to come into play.
And Pablo,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think people should say words like people are not taking it serious. It's not that. It's just I just don't know how. I know how to open up a wallet. I know how to do all of it. I know how to get my words, but I just don't know how to do when it said receive and transfer. That's the part I don't understand.
Yeah, well, that's why we're doing this.
Not take it seriously. That's not a true fact.
Well, okay.
No, so somebody don't.
You muted.
The MetaMask was hard to set up, but I did set it up. But I don't know what to do with it. I set up a trust wallet. I don't know what to do with it either. But I did set it. I got my words and all that, but I don't know what to do with it. I just got it.
Okay, fair enough. Let me I'm trying to set up a window here where I can share. Just bear with me. You guys can keep going until I get this set. If you haven't already spoken. Okay, almost there. I just need the right one that shows what I'm trying to do here. But I'm going to do this. Let me take this out. I'm going to use shapes. Bear with me. I think that's as many as I can get on this page. All right, so I need text box. I'm just going to use the same word over and over, but for time restraints. So is that all my people? Everybody has said whether or not you have subs?
Well, I also have an online banking account if we can count that.
No, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here in just a second.
This is Jefferson. I don't have any subs yet, but I'm going to get them.
This is Kay Fenty. I don't have any subs, but once you explain it, I will.
Okay. Let me share screen. I had to set this up real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, so it should pop up any second now. Hold on. Hey, can you guys see this? You see the dots?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I just need to make sure. I didn't, because I can't see what you're seeing. All right, so for the most part, what you are looking at is a bank account with sub accounts. So your main account will never, ever, ever, ever pay a bill. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna make this boy red. We're gonna make this one this color. This one go over here, this color, this one green, this one. Okay, you get the point. So the main account is where, now we're talking about regular bank account, so we don't get confused. The one that they own, these guys, not yours. So this bank account, we've all been using incorrectly. If you are not doing what I'm getting ready to explain to you, you have not been using your bank account correctly. And the reason why we get into so many problems, either having things paid late or issues from people hacking and getting into your account and having to get new cards and all of this situation. So your debit card is your payer. The company that you're paying is the payee. Okay? The main account, when you go to the bank and you set up your account and you say, okay, well, I want a checking and savings account that has sub account capability. That's the first question you should ask. And if the banker or bank person says, well, what do you mean? You're in the wrong bank. Again, we have to ask questions and listen to what the people that are in control of our finances are saying to us. If they don't understand this simple concept, as a banker, leave, because your money's in jeopardy. The main account. So when you sit down to the counter and you get your account, you're all set up, and you say, okay, I'm ready to go. Here's my account, and you're all set, right? Before you get up, you set up your savings account, and then you tell that individual, I'd like to open 5 to 7 sub accounts to this main account. They're going to say, well, Mr. Lewis, why do you need so many accounts? That's personal business. They cannot ask you that question. They can, it's up to you how you answer it. And you can, just say simply money management. That's all I need to know. You are managing your funds. Okay? So main account is what you open, but it will never, ever, 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 this card, if this is the one that's the main account, you see where mine is, it's at the house. It doesn't leave the house, ever. I only keep it here so I know where it's at. That does not go in my wallet. It will never see my wallet. because it doesn't buy anything. It is the source to my sub accounts. This account puts funds in these accounts. Each of these accounts has its own savings account. So you can protect this account from people if they do get it. So what is a sub account? It is an account under your main that has a debit card and a savings account. So you can shop with it, you can pay bills with it. Now, you notice I was going to type in all these, but it's not cooperating. My props are not set up. This first one is car note. Okay. That dealership has this car note, or wherever the car note is being paid, they have this card. And it's on auto debit. Okay, auto payment. That means there's no bill sent. There's no running to the thing and trying to pay the note or calling over and saying your number over the phone. Stop saying your checking account number over the phone. There are listening devices attached to your phone, especially if you're using a cell phone. You think this thing is secure? Stop it. They're listening to you. Everything you say is being recorded. They're recording this right now. I don't want you to be, mind blown and, oh, I got to protect this, that, and the other. You can't get around it. They're listening. And you don't know who's listening, who's writing down numbers. I will never say my routing or bank account number on the phone. Well, all you have to do is give me your number. Yeah, I know. Where are you at? I'll come to you. Or I'll give them a fictitious number. We couldn't make the debit, I know. Why are you being difficult? Because I'm securing my finances. See, they want you to be, oh, okay, I'll give you all my numbers. Here's my birth certificate, my blood type, my underwear size. Here. Now tell me how I can put on my clothes, please. No, I'm not that individual. Sub accounts are designated payers to the payees. They have their own little card that's connected to this account. Notice this first blue one says card. It only pays the card note ever. And then you have to be diligent and what's the other word I'm looking for? Not dedicated. Come on, somebody help me.
Vigilant.
Not vigilant.
Consistent.
Persistent is good enough. It'll come to me.
Responsible.
Responsible is good.
Conscientious.
That as well.
Furnish the account.
Dedicated. You have to maintain that this card is only used for the car note, ever, until the car is paid off. Once the
proactive.
Say again?
Proactive.
Proactive, yes. That one word, once it comes to me, it'll lock in. But that account only pays the car note, period. Nothing else. No other company should get that card number, period, until that car is paid for.
Committed?
Committed, yeah. Committed is good.
Yeah, discipline.
Discipline. Thank you. Thank you. You have to be disciplined. Now, once the car is paid off, it's still going to handle car stuff. It's going to go to the insurance of the car. It's already going to be on there, but now that account will only be paying for the insurance because that's dedicated to the car. If the car goes to the shop, that account only. Okay, see how this works? Second one, let's say this next one, well, should have been the other way around, house note, okay? Mortgage, rent, whatever you're in. It's your house, then you're paying a mortgage. That's the only card they should know. And you put the money in there 3 days before. So you want to make your payments 3 days prior to the actual date that it's supposed to be there. That's how you create 760s, 800 credit scores. That's how I did it. I took a 550 credit score and took it to 700 flat. Team Royal took it to 780.
My top.
Did that. Yes, ma'am.
If you have, okay, you got up here, you got the main one, you got your car, then you got main again. So I thought all those were sub account.
They are, but I don't have time to change all the words. What I'll do is I'll create what I'm talking about and send it to you.
Okay, okay. I want to make sure that I was on the right
Yeah,
page.
yeah. I just didn't. It wasn't cooperating. I should have set this up a couple days ago, but just kind of go with me here. There's only one main account. The rest of these are subs.
So all those accounts have to have a card. If I'm gonna pay for my car, I have a card for that. If I'm gonna pay for my credit card, I have a card for that.
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
They're all regular accounts, but they're connected to this main account. They're underneath this account. Okay? All of them are connected to the red one. And the red one funds each one of these, whatever it needs. But it's going to fund it over in the savings account side.
Can you talk during the time you're talking until you want to complete this first?
Say that again?
Can you also talk during the time you're doing because I forget my questions if I don't.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk during the time you explain this stuff? Okay. That's fine.
Just let me know. Okay, so on and so forth. So the next one is house. It'll only pay the house note. The next one is medical. Anything medical. This is the only card you use for that. The next one down. Till you cover everything that you are paying for. Okay? Including if you give to charity. There should be another account down there below all of these other ones. If you give to St. Jude, if you give to the Red Cross, whatever you give to, there should be an account. Why are we doing that? Why do we have to do all this check and balance? Why do I need to do that? Here's why. Number one, what it creates is a financial stabilization. You are in control of where your finances go. You know how much went to here. It came out of Maine. Maine sent this one, this one, this one, this one. Each time you make those payments, it's a transaction history. You have a record of payment, right? You take all this information and send it to TransUnion, Equifax. Good grief. Hold on 1 second, please. Okay. Boy, boy. So basically, like I said, you have records of what you are paying for because they don't turn that information in. They don't report to the agency. you have proof of payment over time, even though those creditors, the car people, the rest of those guys do not report, but you make your own report and turn it in to them. I took a 550 credit score and took it to 700 doing this very thing. You turn it in quarterly. They can see things. Go ahead.
Question, Montalvo. How do you send that that information? You said send all of the your car, your charity, CPS, that's my light bill, water bill, gas bill. How do you send it to TransUnion and all those different agencies?
You connect to them and ask them for a transcript. You're going to send them a transcript of bill payment. It's like disputing a discrepancy.
Mm-hmm.
You send proof of payment.
Oh.
So you get with them and say you want to file a discrepancy. They have to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And when they look at it, they reflect it to your credit score. And it will go.
I got it. Thank you.
So you do that for that reason. The second reason, you have a track record of how to manage your money. That's what this is all about, really. Managing money and protecting it. Each one of these accounts will have a savings account. Let's say the car note is $400. Main account's going to send $400 to car's savings account, not into the checking account, into the savings account. That's why each one of these needs a savings account. Okay? Main account's going to send $400 over here. Let's say the car note is due on the 20th. On the 17th, you're going to have them debit, the car company, debit $400 out of this account. Paid. It's early and it's on time. Don't go to the day, because sometimes when you make a payment, it doesn't post for 2 to 3 days. That's why I do 3 days. Because of the banking system, it used to be instant. You send a payment, they got a payment. Now they do this pending garbage, sending, receiving, they put all this time in there. That's to make you late. They don't want you on time. They work against you. That's why I don't like banks. They never work with you. You have to tell them and show them how to manage money. And that's what I learned late. Had I known this information prior to, I'd have never had a 550. I guarantee you that.
Montalvo, you are right. They're doing me the same thing. But so now when I pay my credit card, because they kept saying I was late, but I was paying it. And they kept saying I was late. They was charging me all that fee. So what I did, I pay them ahead of time. I pay them. Now they saying you don't owe anything, but I still pay them. You don't owe anything this month, but I can still pay them.
Yeah, they can't put a bill up if it's past or in the time frame of that bill. You're paying it early, so it's never going to post as owed. That's why you have to send that information to the credit bureaus. Paid on time, paid early, paid early, paid early. Never late, paid early. So again, this is money management. This is how you manage your finances. If you haven't been doing that with your bank accounts, you're only using a portion of your account and the ability to manage your money. A lot of you just learned something today, hopefully.
I have a question. This is Janice. When I move money from the main account to pay the third sub account, say, you say move the money to the savings account, not the checking account.
Right, so let's talk about it. Main account is going to fund main blue.
Yes.
Main light blue. So each one of these sub accounts has a savings account.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get a decent graph put together for all of you. So red is going to send $400 to light blue savings account.
Yes.
Light blue is set up to pay the car note on the 20th, but it's going to pull it on the 17th. You're going to tell the car company to debit my account on the 17th.
Okay.
You're going to move it from savings to the checking on the 17th. You see how that works?
Yes, but if there's a debit card, if you're going to have it debited from that main sub account, why do you need to move it to the checking account?
When you move it from main red to
Yes.
blue savings, you're protecting the money in case somebody got light blue's card number.
Okay.
The only time the money that red sent to blue's savings gets in the checking is when it's getting ready to be paid.
Yes.
So you've protected the $400 over in the savings. Then on the 17th, you move it to that checking account and they debit it. Yes, it's a few steps. It takes some getting used to. So, yes, it's a lot of steps. I can feel the apprehension from everybody, but like I said, this is how you protect your money. You have to keep it away from these checking accounts because this is what the hackers get. They get these debit cards and they start shopping. But if that, go ahead.
Oh, no, this is Karen. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was going to ask you, for these sub accounts, is it necessary to get debit cards? Can't we just because I asked because some companies won't accept debit cards as payment. They would rather have the checking or the savings account to make payments.
No, it works both ways. If it's for, let's say this main light blue is for car and they say we don't accept debits, but we will take the routing and account number, mail it to them. Don't say it over the phone.
All right.
Mail it to them. They'll have the information. You just need to move it into that account and you tell them what day you want it pulled.
Okay.
Never on the same day. You'll be late every time.
And what things would, I'm sorry, guys, and can you also send a list of the banks that would have, could provide these sub accounts, please?
All of them.
Well, I know my bank, Bank of America, they're going to charge me a monthly maintenance fee, but I feel that it's worth it.
When you have the funds to manage that, then it's no big deal.
Right, right.
I just want you to understand the concept because you're going to be doing the same thing with your bank and your cards. We just haven't got that far yet. I just want everybody to understand this part. This is traditional banking. These guys. This here. This is these guys. Okay?
Bravo.
Yes.
Yes. Just kind of clear something up in my mind. So are you basically saying in your main account you should have basically, we'll just call it an empty barrel or just enough water in it to keep it from drying up, and everything should be in the other ones, which will help protect people from going in and emptying out your main account because you've got it all buried in your savings. So if I had a $50 bill and I only have $10 in my checking account, I would move it, the $50 that I owe, up into the checking so they can access it. So keep it as low as possible in your main account. Is that correct?
So main account, the red one, only does one thing. Like you said, you can
bills.
Well, it funds the other guys that pay the bills.
Okay.
This one you have to maintain, I think, whatever it is, $50 just to keep it open, or wherever it's not causing a fee. Okay.
But to your bare minimum, just
Right. So whatever
above
that
their
is,
legal limit and below, so you don't have to pay a fee. Okay.
right. Whatever that is, that stays in here. If somebody gets it, they're only getting $50, $100, which
Thank
I
you.
highly doubt, because you're not going to put this card number anywhere online. Notice mine is at the house. This is where it stays. So that card number is not known to anyone but myself and them. If someone gets this card, they gave it away. That's what I told them the last time. Because that's what I do all the time. And someone got my account. Now, how's that?
If you're going around through a daily process and all of a sudden you decide you're going to go into a store and you got no money in your bank account, how is that debit card going to work? Or is it, or are you talking about using mainly our wallets at that time?
Yeah, you would use your wallet. Never use this one. So the whole concept here is, yes, whatever comes in. Let's say that Team Royal pays in cash. Okay, straight up. You would send that here. And then from here, you would send it to whatever accounts that you have established, savings accounts. Nothing stays in here heavy. So let's say Team Royal pays, well, you pull it. So you know when it's coming. So when you pull it, it takes 2 days. So it'll say you're going to get it on the 12th. On the 12th, you are watching that account. The second it hits that account, you move it to the savings. Okay?
All right.
Except for whatever they need to have in there to keep it open. The next day, after you sat down or after you set up your sub accounts, you know who's paying what, where, and how, you're going to have your own ledger, folder, or what have you. You know how much you got to put in the car account, so on and so forth. You put it back to the checking and move it to these guys. It's real short movements. You got it over here long enough to put some in the car, some in this, some in this, some in this, and then move those to the savings account. Now those accounts are funded from Maine. Okay.
On top of
Yes, ma'am.
this main account up here. So that's a wallet, right? It's not just like a regular bank card.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're talking about regular banks right now.
Okay.
We're not talking about wallets.
Okay.
This is the regular bank down on the corner, your traditional bank. We haven't gotten to the wallets yet.
Okay. All right. Got you.
Yeah, no problem.
Mountavo, are you saying that Team Royal pays in fiat money, or do you know what they pay in?
They're paying cash. I mean, whatever your money is.
Okay, right. So that will go to our actual bank accounts.
They don't do crypto.
No. Okay. Thank you.
That's why I was saying to everybody wants, the cash over here with the promise delivered. That's why I wanted to go with just crypto, but it's already set. They fixed it. So you still get cash a little bit over there. The rest is coming from Team Royal. Okay. Every day. So you don't need it coming from APD2, but some people like to see it. So it's all good. So is everybody clear on what Maine Red's job is to do?
I understand now.
Yes.
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 Awesome.
McDonald's.
Yes. With utilities, can that all go in one sub account? Utilities.
Yes, because utilities are usually just gas, lights, water. Gas, lights, water,
Telephone.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could sneak it in there. I separate everything. Me, myself, that's why I have so many. I have a bunch, trust me. And each one of those accounts pays for whatever it's attached to.
Yeah, well, I had to have a lot of money to do all that, put in the email account.
Not really.
My
It's
fees
the same.
expensive.
Watch this. It's the same amount split up. If you get a check that's $800 and you say, all right, I got to make sure I'm not showing the number. I'm going to use main account, right? Main account got $800 in it, right?
Yeah.
Now I go pay the light bill, I pay the car note, I pay the mortgage with this card.
Yeah.
Now I didn't put this card number to everybody.
Right.
One of those people or creditors or whatever gets hacked by Kevin, the hacker. Now Kevin has my main account. And let's say I had 9,000 in there. But I'm only paying, the 800 or whatever your outgoing bill is, your debt. You paid it with the main account. And there's another 4,000 still in this account. Kevin is tapping into the electric company, and he's stealing people's cards numbers out of electric company, and he gets your main account. Now Kevin has access to your $4,000.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
It's the same money. You're only splitting it up and protecting it. That's how you use a bank account. You know who taught me that?
Your mom.
They had no concept
of
how to use a bank account. A bank audit person, the person that goes into the bank and checks their records. So I said, well, why would you check the bank's account? She said, because the bank has sub accounts. I said, what do you mean? They have depositors. That's us. People's walking in with paychecks. When you get a paycheck, your paycheck goes to a sub account to that bank as a paper depositor. You have people that have the electronic direct deposit, where there's no paper, no that. You just get your check just winds up in the account. That's electronic deposit. That's in a separate account to that bank. They have people that have business accounts. Say like you selling pills, or you own a business and you deposit money to the bank. You have to put your money into the bank. That's a sub account to the bank itself as business deposits. So they have all these different sub accounts that go to the bank. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't know it because I wonder why I had to keep changing credit cards so much, but they were stealing my money out.
Then you have people that walk into the bank, that had it in the mattress, and they come put a stack of ones up there or whatever else they're doing. I ain't gonna say nothing. They put a bunch of stack of ones up there. That's a walk-in deposit. That's a separate account that cash goes into. So her job was to check and balance each one of those accounts. How much came into that account? Where did they put it? Does it follow the next person how many accounts did it go to? Did it go to Mr. Lewis's account or did it go to Kevin's account? Check and balance. All by the way, the main account to that bank, no one knows the number. She said, that's the secret. I said, well, I'll be doggone. That's the secret. That's how you protect your finances. And all of their deposits go straight to a savings account. The ladies in the office that you see in there, you always see them clicking and typing and checking, and they're always in that screen, right? Bank manager, bank assistants, bankers, they're always clickety, clickety, clickety. There's nobody sitting in the seat. What are they doing? Moving funds from these subs to your account. One moment. I gotta get out of here too. Oh boy. Yeah, so what they're doing is moving those funds that come in to other accounts, other savings accounts. They're moving money all the time. It's never sitting still. It doesn't sit still in any of those checking accounts. None of them. They're always moving it. It's either going to your account or going to their savings account or whatever. Paying bills. They're paying things out of certain accounts. They're always clickety clickety. That's what they're doing. That's management, money management.
I have a question.
Yep.
May I ask?
Yes.
So my main account, the only account that I have, I've been paying every month online. So then my number is out there. Do
Yeah.
I need, so I need to get start a new account? Is that it?
If you're paying for things online, now that's one account all by itself. Like Amazon, if you're going to shop there, if you're shopping online,
Yes.
that should be an online account sub.
Okay. My bills I pay online from that main account, my one account. So I need to close that account and start all over.
No. All you're going to do is add to it. The main account is where your money is coming in, your source is coming in.
Yes.
This is the one you protect.
Yes. But I've been using the credit card, the debit card at different places.
I know.
So the number is out there already. Don't I need to close that?
No, you just use it differently. So here's how that works. Now you can, if you choose, to switch and get a new account. Just tell me you want a brand new account that you're going to do subs with and pay bills because you've been hacked a couple of times and you want to protect it.
Okay.
So yes, you could go in there and say, look, give me a new account with a savings and I want 6 subs off of this main account with savings.
Okay.
They're going to look at you. They were like,
okay.
Why do you need so many accounts? That's personal. And it's called money management. That's all you have to say.
Okay.
They're going to ask you because they know you have just learned something that you are not supposed to know.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to make money off of it. I'm sorry.
I do the same thing. Every time I get an account come in, I put it into my bank account to be paid on the, well, I'll change it to 2 days before it's due, and then I never have to worry about it. It goes out when it's supposed to. So I could put sub-accounts and use that sub-account number to pay each one. I could do it the same, but split them up into different categories. Right?
Right.
I don't really want all those debit cards. They're too easy to, you know.
Exactly. That's
lose.
exactly what that is.
Yeah. So I could do the same, just paying it online, as you said. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Karen. I was gonna say regarding about opening the bank accounts, and the banks is gonna make money off of it anyway, so they should be happy that you're opening more of these sub accounts. If you ask me, because they gonna make money off of those accounts anyway.
Kinda, but they don't want you to. They don't think. Number one, some of them don't even know this information, and they work there. So they're inclined to ask that question because they don't understand what you're doing. They don't understand it, so they're going to question it. It's up to you how you answer that question.
Right. All right. Well, I do have another question. Regarding about the extra card, is there any way we could put that into play with these sub accounts?
Yeah.
It could be attached to any of those accounts, or it would be have to be attached to the main account.
You stick it to one of those accounts. So let's say you build it up to do the card note. Put that card, the extra card will do the transaction, but it'll pull from that car account. Okay, so you would attach extra to blue up here, right underneath the main account.
Right.
The only thing with extra is those funds have to stay in this account. But if this checking account is never given to make these payments, they're only going to see the extra card account. It's attached and pulling from this account. That's safe because this card or account number is not exposed.
All right. So with the sub, and also with the sub accounts, get checking and savings.
Yes. Yes. Because when you put your car note in, let's say you get your car note 2 days after you just paid it, you don't want it sitting in that account. You want to push it to the savings until 3 days before. Then you bring it back over. The less it's seen in these checking accounts, the better. It should only be there briefly, long enough to do your transaction. If you put $6,000 in a checking account and leave it there, you already
Yeah,
know.
I have it. Yeah. I was gonna say my bank account has it like I can have it transferred on a certain day between accounts. So I'm planning on doing it like that too.
You can do it right here within seconds. All of these accounts or whatever bank account you get, make sure you sign up for the mobile so you have control and you can move funds from a couple taps from your phone. You can even open the accounts with your phone.
Yes, you can.
Montalvo,
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can get this right, come across while I'm trying to do it. Right now, we're talking about the brick and mortar banks.
Yes.
Everybody's concerned or sounds concerned that they got to transfer to the subs. I think some people, and correct me if I'm wrong, are forgetting that we're going to be having these wallets sourced to wallet to my bank. So therefore, whatever's in your brick and mortar bank isn't going to be there, be secured. So if you have an access to your wallet, which has a debit card, you will at that time be able to use that anytime you want. So we're talking about two different spheres, and I think that's kind of confusing. Am I making any sense?
Yes, yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a proper diagram. This is not good. I'm going to get a regular one, then I'm going to put it against this one. Okay, we haven't made it to this yet. We're still talking about the brick and mortar guys over here. We're still in the regular old school. This diagram you see is old school.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of figuring. I just figured I'd just put that in there so people kind of run that through their brain, but I'll sign up now. Thank you.
So thank you. I appreciate that. What I'll do is make sure to put two different diagrams. I'll get this proper so you can see it, and then I'm gonna show it against the wallets process and your bank. We haven't made it there yet because I got to run. I got to go to work. So let me do this. I hope I didn't confuse everybody completely. But there's going to be a part 2 to this call. Okay. So part 2, you'll actually see, I'm going to do a whole diagram of PNC Bank. I'm just going to pick on them. And then I'm going to do another page that's going to involve your wallets and how you're going to do the same process with that. But what I really want to make sure is we start using these guys the proper way. Okay? Because we've all been doing it wrong.
Gustavo, I got a question.
Yes.
If I could ask. The YRX, you said something about we can't use it anymore. They're not letting U.S. citizens use it.
Correct.
Really, so that's totally out. I mean, I saw you just hold it up. So
Well, they haven't. They're supposed to go Web3, which is a virtual card, but they haven't launched it yet. They're not sending out any more physical cards to the U.S. It's too many people were ordering it and not getting it, or this state says you can use it, this state says you can't, all that foolishness. So they said, you know what? Y'all wait till we put out the Web3, which is digital. Okay, so just hang tight. I have the card, but I'm not going to really do anything with it until they decide what they're going to do. This is why I'm saying I'm going to send you 4 of them that have a debit card, and that's what we'll start with. As things evolve and we move into better sources, we'll get them.
Okay, so once APD launches, you're saying we shouldn't send any funds to YRX?
I wouldn't, not yet.
Present time.
Not yet.
Okay, because I had the card as well. So, I mean, as long as we have the card, we should be able to use it, right?
No.
No. Oh, really?
Not until they announce Web3.
Oh, okay. So everything is on hold.
Yeah, with
Don't
them,
put
yes.
anything in.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Montavo, before you go, can I ask 2 very fast questions for the FAQ I type up? I didn't know you had to work today. When you said that the 2 payment systems, is that still paper 1 to 4? And then, but it's also digital, it sounds like 1 to 4 also, and then just digital 5 through 12. Is that correct?
Right. 1 to 4 will be cash, and then switch over to 4 to be digital, and then 5 to 12 is digital.
1 to 4 is going to be cash, but 4 is going to also be digital.
Mm-hmm. It's going to flip back and forth.
But 1, 2, 3 will just be paper. Is that correct?
That's paper.
Okay. And before the other calls, USA was the only one that had to have things notarized. Is that still correct?
US is only notarized. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to stop.